The couple we're meeting next is as new to the truffle business as their young pup Indy. On the outskirts of Te Puke, down a beguiling rural road, you'll find Trufflewood and owners Lance and Nikki Dodd, who just finished their first harvest of the prized culinary ingredient when I called in. Or so they thought. You've got a whole load of buckets there, Nikki.
Yeah.
And pegs. What's going on?
We've got pegs for when Indy indicates where there's a truffle. Then I've got my rotisserie chicken here to give her a treat. And then we put one of these pegs in the ground, come back later and dig it up. Yep.
All right.
Come on, dogs.
It's a fine but chilly day at the end of winter when I head out across the paddocks to Lance and Nikki Dodd's Truffiere. That's a fancy name for a place where truffles are cultivated. Rough-skinned, ball-shaped, pungent but edible. Truffles are the fruiting bodies of underground fungi, which live among the roots of certain types of trees. They've evolved to smell delicious, so that the spores are spread far and wide.
According to the research that we've done, a human maybe 2 or 3 centimetres can smell a truffle below the ground surface. A dog's 25 to 30, and a pig can apparently do about half a metre. So if there are truffles deep down, a pig in theory could dig those up or smell it. But the trick is to try and train a pig and to stop a pig eating truffles. Dogs don't eat truffles.
So who is the main truffle hunter here?
Me. Well, Indy.
Indy's the indicator, and Nikki does all the
digging. Well, you do help.
I do help, but as a bloke, I really struggle to be on ground level. Go left here. And just being on the ground on your knees, digging around, I can do it for a little bit, but after a while I get a bit sore, whereas Nikki can.
Sounds like a good excuse to me, Nikki.
I know. Well, when we used to work in the kiwi fruit, I was too short for the kiwi fruit. And I found it very uncomfortable, and after a while Lance would say, "Oh, just go, I'll do it." And now I look at him and then I'm like, "Oh my God, just go, I'll do it."
Lance and Nikki are originally from Zimbabwe and were forced out of farming there in the early 2000s. They ended up in New Zealand in 2012. So for them, working on the land isn't new.
It's in our blood, yes. Certainly my blood, and Nikki's obviously farming background too, but I studied horticulture and always liked the idea of some sort of horticultural crop or business to be involved with, yeah, and if possible, my own one.
It's been quite a tricky journey to get to where you are.
Yes, definitely. It's taken some time. Hopefully
Some of the
I don't
challenges?
have to move again. Just trying to find somewhere that would allow us to work in the business, in horticulture. Get a bit of land, whichever country you go to. It's hard to get land and get started. And of course money, have enough money to start off a project and get it to continue to make money.
But you have the experience.
But I've got lots of experience now, a good 30 years in horticulture, and I've learned from growing, distribution, packing, all the way through to selling. So I've got a nice background for it. So that should lend itself very well to the truffles.
And that was in the, major industry around here, which is avocados, kiwi fruit. Now you're going to this very niche crop.
Very niche, very boutique, very particular. Concept's the same, good product, looks good, tastes good, smells good, and then get that in front of the customer, which in this case is chefs, restaurants, and explain to them what it is. And that's been very exciting. Pig!
Lying in the sun.
Over there. Piggy! Pig!
No chance at the truffles for the Dodd's pig, though. Hunting for the delicacy is Indy's job. She's a very keen tan and white Springer Spaniel puppy.
What we'll do is we'll just wash our shoes in the tray here. Really?
So what's the reason for the foot bath?
Just to make sure if you've got any spores on your shoes that we don't take them into the Truffiere, cause any potential damage. Yep.
And then, so I'll just give our shoes.
you.
So it's just meths.
Running out. Okay.
Do you need some more?
So that could interfere with the truffles that you want growing,
You go.
the spores that you want here.
You're done.
Yeah, so we're just trying to stop any potential spores that come through. Truffles are very
Good balancing, Sally.
sensitive. Anything can kill them. So spores, obviously, you can't kill spores. They travel from all over the place, and you wouldn't know. So everything's underground.
You can.
So we're just trying to stop anything coming in. And there's a very common bromel truffle, and that can overpower the Perigold black, which is what's in here. So we just try and reduce any chances of that. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know what a truffle was until we came here. And it's a very mysterious, unknown product in a way. But research in terms of looking, understanding, seeing, it's something that grows. So that appealed to me in terms of learning. It's very unique. It's very special. It's very rare.
Okay, good to go. Let's go, find it.
How often are you outside looking for truffles during the season, during the harvest?
Well, this season I've been every day, sometimes twice a day, especially in the thick of it. Now it's slowed down quite a bit, probably every 2 or 3 days, coming to the end.
And are you going over a different patch of ground every time? How does it work?
I'm afraid I'm a bit loose. I just kind of let Indy, because we're a small troop here, I just let Indy kind of guide me. I do try to direct it to make sure we've covered the whole troop here, but I'm not, I'm afraid I'm just not one of those people that grid maps. But so no, just try in my mind to make sure everything's covered. Indy's only 7 months old. We've trained her up just with truffle, frozen truffle in a little pill bottle with holes drilled in the end. And we started hiding them around the house and like a bit of game, go and find them and give her a treat when she found it. Then moved outside to various places. Same thing, give her a treat if she found it. And then started digging them into the ground. We'd bring them in here and dig them in, or in the garden, in the driveway, anywhere. We just want her to be kind of obedient to the smell of truffle no matter where she is. We were kind of told that she'd be too young to do it for this year, but I think because we're quite a small troop here, she's done very well. So we haven't had to get any dog services in. She's just done it all.
She's a natural.
It would seem so.
Did she come from a truffle mother or father?
No,
truffle
not
hunting?
at all. No. The mum and dad wouldn't call them working dogs, but they did do like some hunting and retrieving and things. But otherwise we're just much loved pets. And Indy's one of 11 puppies.
She's
So
a
cute.
spaniel?
Yes, Springer Spaniel.
Springer Spaniel.
Yep.
And I guess they are known for their truffle hunting abilities, are they?
Yep, really good sniffing skills. It just seems to be something she wants to do, which is crazy.
So the Springer Spaniel, we read up and understood they make great pets. Love people. She's always around your feet. They are. We've never had one before, and she's outstanding. She's a very good truffle
But hold
dog.
on, she has also tipped our life upside down. She's like a whirlwind.
Yeah.
She's very, very full of energy.
She's got a harness on and you've got her on the lead and we're about to see her in action.
Let's go. Do you want to just follow along behind us? Are we going to leave that here, Lance, and come back? Right, come on, let's go. Come on, find it.
Indy sets to work, nose to the ground, tail wagging.
Lance.
The half-hectare of oak and hazelnut trees are lined up in rows in the paddock, just over 200 of them.
Let's go, find it.
There are a few dozen productive truffières in New Zealand. The first began producing about 3 decades ago. These trees were planted in 2008 by the previous owners, Colin and Maureen Binns.
Good girl.
It isn't long before Indy stops and sniffs intently.
So she's indicated there's a truffle there, and so she does like a little scratch and looks up. Sometimes if she scratches, doesn't always mean there's something there, but if she looks up, then there's something there, and I'll put a flag to mark it.
Lance places the flag on the spot,
Good girl.
and Indy's already off again. Quite a few truffles left then, do you think? Or could she just be mistaken?
No, she's normally right. We found she's probably, on average, probably something like at least over 85, maybe 90% correct. It's normally us who can't find it. You smell the ground, there's normally a smell there. Very rarely have we found her to just dig for a treat. We'll probably do, which I'll do shortly, we'll do 5 or 6 checks and then I'll do a little check.
Okay, good girl. Well done. Let's go. Find it. Good girl.
So before Nikki gives her a treat, Just mark there. Mark it down.
Lance bends down, head to the soil.
Can you smell that?
Sometimes you can smell it, yeah. Yes, so there's a very strong smell there.
Can I have a smell?
Yes, please do. So if you smell about there, there's a smell.
Oh,
Okay, mate. Right down on the ground. You see it feels strong,
Oh, yes.
oniony,
Yes.
beetroot,
Yes, definitely.
garlic.
How far down do you think that would be?
There it is there actually.
Oh, you can see it.
There we go. I think that's it. Normally we'll dig this out afterwards. Oh look, there we go. Perfect. And there's a little truffle. Well spotted. Well done, Indy.
Indy, good job.
That's a truffle.
Good girl. Well done. Yes. Good girl. We're certainly not experts in the science behind truffles or fertilising or, the soil. There's a lot we don't know like that in that area. But in terms of the skills, digging, I can do that. Just, being careful. Sense of smell, obviously the dog. That's obviously a major part, which we didn't think we would succeed with this year, having our own dog, because she's still a puppy. We thought we'd have to get in Truffle Dog Services to help us out, but Indy's been a champion.
That would be a cost saving, having your own dog.
Yes, absolutely. No, absolutely. And she's, we're just here. She can do it every day. Truffle Dog Services only, come round once a month or so. So, yep, no, she's done us a solid this year. Little whirlwind that she is. Oh, Indy, good job. Good girl. It feels so nice to feel like you have something of your own that you're working towards, something that's so special. Other days, it feels a little bit like, what have we done? This is huge. We don't know anything about this. But I think Colin and Maureen didn't know anything about it when they started. They've left a wealth of information for us, and they're just at the end of the telephone whenever we need help. They've been very, very helpful.
Okay, so we'll take that flag out because we found that one. Yeah, there you go.
This is easy stuff. I thought it was hard.
Sometimes they can smell so strong and they'll be the size of a pea, and you've just missed it, and you get all excited thinking there's got to be something really good in here.
I didn't like the smell the first time. It had a sort of beetrooty garlic strange smell. I wasn't sure what I was smelling, to be fair. As the seasons progressed, I fell in love with it. It's a good smell. It smells earthy, chocolatey, and I love it.
Is there one there? Good girl.
So one of the challenges definitely is around, it's all underground. You just have no idea. And it's very random when you think about how the dog's moving around, what to do. As Nikki said, sometimes it's a nice little hole, and as you've just seen right now, it's right there. But you can dig half a metre and still not find anything. So that 85 to 90% is purely a guess on our part. I would say she's probably bang on every time.
Is that unusual to have such a young dog so good?
We've been told it is.
We've been told it, yes. Sorry.
But more so that being young, she only goes for like 20 minutes or so. And then she's like, oh, okay, I'm done. Whereas I think older dogs can work for hours.
So you have to pace her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just little bits often. So in the thick of the season, we would come in 2 or 3 times a day, just short. Good girl.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Short and sweet.
You suddenly started digging, huh?
While the pup's been a success, the season hasn't. 3 times the average rainfall has affected the yield this year, with 50 to 60% of the harvest affected by rot and earwigs to contend with too.
How much did you yield this season?
We think somewhere in the region of about 40 kgs, but maybe 35 to 40 kilos, but at least half of that we threw away because it was rotten. Yeah.
And how much have you sold?
We sold 5. Yeah, 5, maybe 10 kilos. Long way to go.
Our freezer's very full of truffle.
That lovely healthy one, golf ball size you're holding there, how much is that worth?
So we'll have to give a bit of a wash and a clean to make sure it's got no holes from any insects or when we spiked it with our little digging tool. But if it's good shape, which is what this one is from initial looking at it, you can get $4 a gram. On average, we've been averaging around $2 a gram. But if you put your spike through it or it's got insect damage in there, $1 a gram. But it's only worth something if someone's willing to buy it. So that's been a big challenge for us this year. The ones that we have got is finding a customer to purchase them.
What's the problem nowadays with finding the market, finding the customer?
We found that the chefs who've travelled or are international or have had some experience in a European restaurant, they love truffles. They get it, they smell it, they taste it, and they buy it instantly. The ones that are finding that they're not getting the numbers through the restaurant or aren't sort of European based maybe, have struggled to use the truffle or where to put it or what to do with it and store it and keep it.
And are you going out to the restaurants yourselves?
Yes, yeah.
With your
and
baskets?
With our baskets, and that's been awesome. Absolutely loved that because we've taken our truffles and a good one like this one there, and instantly they'll see it, they'll smell it, and they'll, oh yeah, I want that. So we've loved having the challenge of going and seeing some of the chefs and chatting to them, and we've had some really good results with some chefs who want to work with us consistently. Because one of the challenges they've got obviously is to get it on the menu, keep it on the menu, and get customers in to then buy it. So it's not a case of, okay, I've now delivered the truffle. It's up to the chef to now make sure that they can keep it on the menu, keep it front and center, and use it before it goes off. And we've got 2 chefs who are keen to say, right, if you harvest, say, 20 kilos in a season, or 40 or 50, whatever the number is, can I be 20% of that? So you tell me how many and for how long I need to sell. And that's the kind of relationship we're after. So I'll be following up with those guys at the end of the season.
The man who makes the chocolate.
There's a man who makes chocolate. And working with him, he's a good customer, he's keen. Just working with, say, 5 or 6 good guys like that, and that'll be enough for us to get through the season, get through the crop.
Nikki does have ideas for other truffle-flavoured products, and the summer's looking busy with hosting visitors.
That was another appealing aspect of it, was kind of a ready-made business. The truffle tour is very popular off the cruise ships, so summer is probably busier than winter.
So you're gearing up for that busy season
Definitely,
now?
yes. Yep. So I think there's 26 or so cruise ships coming in this year that we're expecting. Unfortunately, we make much more money out of the tourism side than the actual truffles. Yeah, much easier sell than trying to sell the actual truffle.
So we'll normally meet them here, up to 20 people at a time, mostly from America. So they're blown away by the farm. A lot of them seem to come from either very dry parts of the States and or concrete jungles. So when they sit here normally we sit out here, we've got a setup under the grapevines and the bougainvillea, the veranda, and you hear all the birds and you see all the greenery, and they just sit and absorb, and then have a few truffle treats, and they're like, that's fantastic. So yeah, we've been quite chuffed with the sort of ambience that's created where they don't have. And there's actually been maybe 5 or 6 people who've said they'd love to come back and just sit, read a book for 2 weeks.
Forget about the truffles, just
just get into the forest. And what's quite sad actually with the tours, a few of them haven't actually walked. They get in a bus, go to a museum, get back in the bus, back on the ship. So they don't actually get much exposure to a bit of outdoors. So we've done a few tours where we actually come through the engineering shed and through the back and a little bit of the forest. And they're just so stimulated. They say, oh, wow, look at all this. We didn't know trees grew that big and this was so green, and you live in this green environment. They were just, it's mind-numbing and quite sad, really, if you think about what they
take it for granted.
We totally take it for granted, yeah.
What are you eating?
So that's normally what we do, is we'll have a brief little chat and explain who we are and where we're from, and then take them for a walk.
Meantime, the trees need work for the next season.
We have to prune all the hazelnuts and prune the oaks, bring them down a bit. And so when it's structured in rows like this, makes it quite easy to do.
And what will be your next job after the pruning?
So in November we will come in with a big knife that slices the roots in the middle here and pour in the inoculum. That's just to give them another boost for the next year.
And what's in that inoculum?
So the inoculum is made up of water and your C-grade truffles, just to give them a boost of spores.
Which we've kind of chopped up during the season and put in the freezer.
Yeah. So that's what we'll
Wait
do
till
there.
November.
So the knife, the theory is that it gives it a little bit of a stress, and that promotes a bit of growth, and it'll, with your inoculum in that area, hopefully the spores will attach themselves to the roots for next year's crop, or boosted.
You lost everything when you left Zimbabwe, and now you have this small, very niche business. What does that mean to you?
Oh, stability. Whilst it's scary, it's just nice to be able to potentially soon, hopefully say, I think I've found a place I can call home, So I think that's quite cool.
Yeah. After many years of searching. Yeah. I think you didn't really realise at the time what it all meant and how many years you'd spend afterwards kind of going, yep, this is nice, this could be home, and then for whatever reason it doesn't pan out. Yeah, so it's been a long road.
We're quite lucky to be able to continue on what Colin and Maureen have started, and hopefully the next 20, 30 years try and stay here and make it work.
Lance and Nikki Dodd of Trufflewood in the Bay of Plenty.
Surely you got to try some, Sally.
Yep, I did. I tried some of their truffle butter, melted into a scone, fresh from the oven. After recording that story, it was absolutely delicious.
Oh, sounds it. I love a bit of truffles and some pasta.
Ooh.
Truffle oil.
Shaved on top, yum.